Richard Saturnino Owens, born on November 18, 1961, in Porterville, California, has become one of the most influential and unconventional figures in contemporary fashion. Known for his dark, draped silhouettes and architectural designs, Owens' work transcends trends and speaks to a personal, often radical, vision of beauty, identity, and form. With a career that spans fashion, furniture, and performance art, Owens is a true iconoclast whose influence permeates multiple creative domains. Early life and background. Richard Owens was born into a conservative Catholic household in a small town in California's Central Valley. His father, John Owens, was a social worker, and his mother, Concepcion Connie Owens, a seamstress of Mexican descent. Raised in a strict environment, Owens was deeply influenced by both the religious imagery of his upbringing and the cultural dissonance between his inner world and the external expectations of his community. From an early age, Owens exhibited an interest in drawing, fashion, and the subversive elements of pop culture. He was particularly fascinated by rock stars like Kiss and punk musicians whose aesthetics defied the norm. Despite his conservative surroundings, he developed an early appreciation for glamour, artifice, and the performative aspects of identity. Education and artistic formation. Owens moved to Los Angeles in the early 1980s to attend Otis College of Art and Design, where he studied fine arts for 2 years before transferring to Los Angeles Trade Technical College. There, he learned pattern making and draping technical skills that would later become essential to his design process. While he did not complete a degree at Otis, his time there was instrumental in shaping his artistic identity, exposing him to modernist and avant-garde influences. During this time, Owens immersed himself in the LA underground scene, absorbing the city's gritty aesthetic and alternative lifestyle. He became captivated by the work of designers like Rick Klotz and brands such as Helmut Lang and Anne Demula-Meese, which informed his emerging minimalist expressive design sensibilities. Early career and launch of his label. Owens began his fashion career working for knockoff houses in Los Angeles, creating copies of designer clothes for budget-conscious labels. This experience gave him deep insight into garment construction and honed his skills as a craftsman. In 1994, after years of working behind the scenes, Owens launched his eponymous label, Rick Owens. From a small boutique on Hollywood Boulevard, his earliest collections were small and self-financed, often sold through niche fashion retailers. Owens' work stood out immediately for its unique blend of grunge, glamour, and gothic aesthetics. His signature use of luxurious, yet draped and distressed fabrics, along with minimalist but dramatic silhouettes, established him as a designer with a distinct voice. Breakthrough and rise to fame. Owens gained significant international attention in 2002 when Vogue editor-in-chief Anna Wintour sponsored his debut runway show in New York through the CFDA Vogue Fashion Fund. The show, hosted by the American fashion magazine and supported by the high-end retailer Barney's, catapulted Owens into the fashion spotlight. His glunge glamour meets grunge aesthetic was seen as a radical departure from mainstream American fashion and earned him a loyal following among avant-garde enthusiasts. In 2003, Owens relocated his studio and home to Paris, a move that would permanently change the trajectory of his career. That same year, he was appointed artistic director of the historic French fur house Revlon, further cementing his place within European fashion circles. Design, philosophy, and signature style. Rick Owens is best known for his architectural, monastic, and often dystopian style. His clothes are known for draped and asymmetrical cuts, muted and monochromatic color palettes, innovative use of leather, silk, and jersey fabrics, layering and androgynous silhouettes, avant-garde and often theatrical runway presentations. His garments exude a sense of otherworldly strength and are often described as fashion armor. Owens designs not just clothing but an entire worldview, one rooted in contradiction, brutal yet refined, raw yet elegant, minimal yet highly expressive. He once stated, "I want to present myself as a decadent dandy, but also a monk. A contradiction in everything I do." Expansion, furniture, and diffusion lines. Rick Owens' creative ambitions have expanded far beyond clothing. In 2007, he introduced his furniture line, which reflected the same brutalist and monastic ethos as his fashion. The pieces, made from materials such as raw plywood, concrete, antlers, bronze, and marble, are both sculptural and functional. His furniture is now exhibited globally and highly sought after by collectors. In addition to his main fashion line, Owens has launched several diffusion lines, including DRK SHDW Dark Shadow, a more accessible streetwear-inspired line, Rick Owens Lilies, a women's wear diffusion line, Rick Owens Hun, a niche accessory line. These offshoots maintain Owens' core aesthetic while offering wearable pieces to a wider demographic, helping him sustain commercial success while preserving the artistic integrity of his primary label. Collaborations and cultural impact. Owens has collaborated with several brands, further extending his influence across different cultural spheres. Adidas, the Rick Owens X Adidas sneakers are some of the most iconic in fashion's avant-garde sneaker movement. Birkenstock, a bold reinterpretation of the German sandal brand, merging comfort with gothic luxury. Champion, a capsule that blended sportswear heritage with Owens' dark aesthetic. His influence can be seen not only in fashion but in art, music, and architecture. He's been referenced by artists like Kanye West and A$AP Rocky, and his runway shows often feature performance elements and provocative staging. For example, his Spring-Summer 2014 show replaced models with choreographed step dances, and exploration of movement and strength, rarely seen in high fashion. Personal life. Richard Owens has been married to Michele Lamy, a French designer, performance artist, and his creative muse. Lamy, with her heavily kohled eyes, gold teeth, and raspy voice, is an enigmatic figure in her own right. The couple's relationship is as much a personal union as it is an artistic partnership. Together, they represent a rare synthesis of aesthetic, vision, and personal devotion. They split their time between Paris and Concordia, Italy, where Owens' clothing is manufactured. Despite his growing empire, Owens maintains a relatively reclusive and disciplined lifestyle. He exercises daily, abstains from alcohol and drugs, and lives by a rigorous routine. Believing in structure as a path to creative freedom, lifestyle, and net worth, though, his designs exude luxury. Owens lives a modest and focused lifestyle. He is a disciplined minimalist in his daily routines, deeply committed to physical fitness and creative control. He often wakes early, exercises, writes in his journal, and spends hours refining his vision in solitude. Rick Owens' net worth is estimated to be between $30 million and $50 million as of 2025. His brand continues to grow internationally, with flagship stores in Paris, London, Milan, New York, and Tokyo. Legacy and cultural influence. Rick Owens has redefined what it means to be a fashion designer in the 21st century. He is not concerned with fleeting trends or traditional standards of beauty, but rather with creating a fully immersive, personal aesthetic experience. Through his fashion, furniture, and performances, Owens has forged a space that bridges high art and wearable clothing. His legacy is that of an outsider turned icona designer who began by working in LA knockoff houses and went on to reshape global fashion from a Paris atelier. To many, Rick Owens is not just a designer, but a philosopher of style. An artist who understands the human form as a medium for transcendence and transformation. Richard Saturnino Owens' journey from conservative Porterville to the cutting edge of international fashion is a testament to the power of vision, discipline, and radical authenticity. Through his darkly poetic designs, groundbreaking shows, and thoughtful craftsmanship, Owens has built a creative empire that is as philosophical as it is fashionable. In a world often ruled by conformity and commercialism, Rick Owens remains a bold and uncompromising voice in contemporary culture. Thank you for watching. If his journey inspired you, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more incredible biographies. Let us know in the comments, who should we cover next?